This one is titled "Be Like the Road Itself." I wrote it after the summer when I went home to Nigeria. In the summer, it's funny. I grew up in the southwest Nigeria, southwest and south. It's close to the coast, or 1 hour from Lagos, and there are parts of the north that I've never been to. And Nigeria is an interesting country. It's like the U.S. flipped upside down politically, and in many ways, it's like flip the U.S. upside down, and then you have the Nigerian social political situation. The north is conservative, very religious, and less educated than the rest of the country. So I think sometimes when I look at the U.S., I see the similarity when you say the South is what you think of people not as educated as maybe sophisticated too. As the rest of the country, you think of the South, you think of people who are conservative and deeply religious. But in the U.S., it's Christianity. In Nigeria, it's Islam. So, yeah. So there are places in the north that I've never been to before. So I said when I came to the U.S. and I visited places, I went to Springfield, I went to Washington D.C., I went to New York, I went to Chicago, I went to places, and I was telling myself, it's interesting that here in the U.S. I've been to more places than I've been to in Nigeria. So I said when I go home, I'm going to try to see more places in Nigeria than I've seen before. So when I went, I traveled. One day I just got up and told my mom I was going to Ife, which was 1 hour away. But I knew that I was going farther than that. So I went with a few friends of mine who came from SOAS in London, linguists were going on a field trip. So we all went together to Ife, the university town. From there, the next day we went like 2 more hours further into their field. We slept in the professor's house. And the next day, they went to their village where they were going to do a field trip. And I went further and further and further up north. And I kept contacting all my old friends scattered around the country, and I would stay nights in their house, and then moved to another place, and I was just going around and taking pictures and visiting places I'd never been before. So when I was coming back home, it just occurred to me that life is almost like a road. You know, so many adventures, so many things in front of you. It's open, it's wild, you don't know what is ahead. It's right there in front of you. Possibilities. It's a metaphor for possibilities and openness. And there was a play written by Nigeria's Nobel Literature Prize winner, Wole Soyinka, the first African to have won the Nobel Prize, titled The Road. The Road is in the 60s. There was this one line of it that one person said, "Be like the road itself." So I took that title and then wrote a poem titled "Be Like the Road Itself." So I said, "Be like the road itself, a long slithering tar in the sun. Burn the midnight ointment in the week of question. Climb and soothe. Blaze the earth into caverns of seething sides, and fade with night like a receding haze at the edge of reason. Be like the road, bend on carcasses of mangled resistances. Shoot through the valley of death and patiently find. Glide in the fresh breath of daybreak on rock hills and caves, and dance with dusk amidst pregnant with silences. There, along the course of delights, across a far unending street, be like the road itself, eternally trudging like light, restless feet." That's it. It was like I was just trying to. It was to me. We're coming through from the north back home. So I was just figuring images of on the road and trying to psych myself up into more adventures and stuff like that. So it was like an invocation to myself. Be like the road. Just go to places. All right. You're welcome. Thanks for coming.